Alright, hey everyone. I'm going to show you all how to dynamically allocate memory for a 2D array in C right now. So the reason why we would have to do this is, well, one, you could just have an array with whatever bounds you want, let's say 4 and 5, right? And that would work just fine. However, if you want to take user input or just dynamically uh, change these bounds, you're going to have to allocate some memory in the heap using the malloc function. If that makes no sense, I can explain that in a future video, but today I'll just show you how to dynamically allocate that memory. So first, we're going to start by including our libraries, the standard IO, of course. And to use the malloc function, you're going to have to include the standard lib function library as well. So we'll make our main function here. Don't forget to return 0. You don't necessarily have to do that because of GCC. It'll do it for you, but it's just good practice to do so. So we'll take two variables, n and m. Those will be the bounds of the array. We'll declare int I, and then we'll declare the 2D array. Star, star, array. Yes, this is a double pointer, and it is how we dynamically create this array. It's the same exact thing as the array. So initially, we're going to have to allocate the amount of columns that we're going to have. We're going to say that n will be this. Well, okay, before doing any of that, we have to give them values. And they're going to be user inputs. So we're going to scanf, put that into the address of n, do the exact same thing, address of m, and you can add print statements if you want. Enter a value for n, new line. I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste that down there and say m. So next, we're going to start by taking array equals malloc size of, and you could put a number here, but to make it more portable onto different systems, we're going to just use the size of function, parentheses, int star. So this is the size of the pointer, times n. Okay, and that's the first step. Next, we're going to take a for loop that's going to iterate through the amount of times n, the amount of columns that it has. So for I equals 0, since we declared I earlier, now we're initializing it. I is less than n, I plus plus, we're going to increment that value. We're going to take array of index I equals, we're going to use malloc again, size of, except this time we don't need int star. We can just use int times n. Additionally, you could do, instead of array, star array plus I equals malloc, whatever we just wrote before. They're the same exact thing. Either way works, it's more just what you prefer. And so there we have dynamically allocated our array. Now we want to have inputs for this as well. So to have the user input it, we're going to make a couple for loops, nested for loops here. In fact, let's just go up here and declare another value, j, for the nested for loop. For I equals 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, and do another for loop for j equals 0, j is less than m this time, j plus plus. And those are not the brackets that we need. Okay, and what we're going to have going on in this nested for loop is the scanf function, and we're going to have them enter everything that they want. Sorry, quotation marks, %d. Don't forget, %d is the integer placeholder if you're unsure as to why we're using that. And we're going to pass in the address of the array this time. So array with I as the first bound, j is the second bound. And there you go. We've allocated that. We can test it here. GCC, If you're not familiar with GCC, there's a lot more to it than just this, but for the case of this, we're gonna go like this, gcc.testc. I forgot a semicolon, and it's gonna execute. It's gonna make an executable. Got out. Enter value for. We'll do 4 and 5. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna go up numbers. Okay, actually, I need to make a print statement here to print it. Value. I'm just gonna put that there, and we're gonna put array, say 2, 3. We'll say 0, 1. So I'm gonna Control C to get out of this, recompile it, re-execute. 4, 5, 1. Okay, now we'll start entering numbers. So 0, 1. The number I put right now, which is 2, is what should print. I realized I gave it kind of big bounds, but you get it. Value 2. So that worked as expected. We dynamically allocated the array. That's the full code if you want. Remember, you can use this if you'd like. And yeah, there we go.